Welcome back to Car Flash Drive. Today we have something truly special. We're diving into the 2026 Porsche Cayman, a car that continues to prove why Porsche remains one of the most respected names in the sports car world. The Cayman has always been that sweet spot between performance, handling, and design, giving you the essence of Porsche without going full 911 territory. Now in 2026, the Cayman has been updated, refined, and sharpened in ways that make it not just a baby brother to the 911, but a legitimate sports car icon in its own right. From the exterior tweaks, to the updated interior tech, to the driving dynamics that Porsche is known for, this new Cayman is here to raise the bar once again. Starting off with the exterior, Porsche has made sure the Cayman looks modern, aggressive, yet still instantly recognizable as part of the family. At the front, the design team has given it a sleeker, more aerodynamic nose with sharper LED matrix headlights that really emphasize the focused, predatory look. The daytime running light signature has been updated, and it's instantly Porsche, but with a futuristic edge. The front bumper has deeper air intakes, sculpted for both cooling and aerodynamic efficiency, and the whole stance of the car feels lower and wider even if the dimensions haven't dramatically changed. Porsche is one of those brands that knows how to evolve its design language carefully. They don't throw everything out with each generation. Instead, they perfect what works, and the 2026 Cayman front end is a perfect example of that, modernized but timeless. Shifting to the side, you really get to appreciate the Cayman's proportions. Mid-engine sports cars always have that balanced, purposeful look, and the Cayman wears it proudly. The roofline flows beautifully into the rear haunches, and the new lightweight alloy wheel designs range from 19 to 21 inches, depending on the trim you choose. For 2026, Porsche has refined the air intake sculpting just behind the doors. They're more integrated into the design now, while still serving that crucial role of feeding the mid-mounted engine. The side mirrors are slimmer and more aerodynamic, and depending on your chosen package, you can get a mix of body-colored or carbon fiber elements that give the car either a more elegant or more track-focused vibe. The Cayman has always been a car that looks fantastic in bright colors: Miami blue, racing yellow, guards red. But for 2026, Porsche has also introduced some new metallic finishes, including a deep vert green and a satin finish silver that really highlights the curves. At the back, Porsche has tightened things up further. The rear light bar stretches more cleanly across the width of the car, and the 3D effect of the taillights makes the Cayman look high-tech and menacing at night. The active rear spoiler remains integrated into the design, rising at speed to provide extra downforce. Lower down, the diffuser has been reshaped to both reduce drag and improve stability. Depending on the engine option you go for, you'll either see a single oval exhaust or dual round tips placed neatly in the center. There's no mistaking the Cayman's rear end for anything but Porsche. It's compact, muscular, and looks ready to pounce. The entire stance of the car communicates balance, something Porsche has always prioritized with the Cayman. Now stepping inside, Porsche has brought the Cayman up to date with the rest of its lineup. The driver-focused cockpit remains intact, but there's more digital integration than before. The new curved digital instrument cluster is crisp and configurable, allowing you to switch between classic round dials that echo the old Porsche style or a more futuristic layout with maps and performance data. The center infotainment display has grown slightly, now a 12.3-inch touchscreen, and it supports the latest Porsche communication management system with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and over-the-air updates. Thankfully, Porsche has kept a good balance of physical buttons and knobs, especially for climate control and drive mode selectors, so you're not completely at the mercy of touch menus. The steering wheel feels perfectly sized, with those classic Porsche drive mode switches right at your thumb's reach. Materials inside the Cayman are exactly what you'd expect from a premium sports car. Leather, Alcantara, brushed aluminum, and carbon fiber are all available depending on how you spec the car. Porsche also offers its expanded customization program, so you can go wild with unique stitching colors, embossed crests, and even special interior trim finishes. The seats are superb, supportive enough for spirited driving but still comfortable enough for long trips. You can option up to the full bucket seats if track days are your priority, or stick with the adaptive sport seats if you want the best blend of everyday usability and performance support. There's also an upgraded sound system from Bose or even Burmester if you want high-end audio while cruising. Practicality hasn't been ignored either, because it's mid-engined. You get both a front trunk and a rear cargo space, giving the Cayman more usable storage than most cars in its class. But let's be honest, what really matters here is performance. The 2026 Cayman continues with a lineup of flat 4 and flat 6 engines, but Porsche has refined them for efficiency, emissions compliance, and of course, driving pleasure. The entry-level Cayman still comes with a turbocharged 2.0-liter flat 4 making around 320 horsepower, and it's quick, responsive, and more than enough for everyday thrills. Step up to the Cayman S, and you get a more powerful turbocharged flat 4 delivering closer to 370 horsepower. But the real magic is in the Cayman GTS 4.0 and Cayman GT4 models, which feature naturally aspirated flat 6 engines. The GTS puts out around 420 horsepower, while the GT4 pushes that to about 500 horsepower, revving all the way to 8,000 RPM. For purists, Porsche has thankfully kept the 6-speed manual gearbox available on certain trims, while the lightning-fast PDK dual-clutch transmission remains an option across the range. That means whether you want the engagement of rowing your own gears or the quickest shifts possible on track, Porsche has you covered. Handling is where the Cayman has always shined brightest, and the 2026 model is no exception. Thanks to its mid-engine balance, razor-sharp steering, and Porsche's adaptive suspension systems, the Cayman feels glued to the road. It's incredibly predictable at the limit, giving drivers confidence whether they're carving a mountain road or pushing hard on a circuit. Porsche has also continued to refine its stability and traction control systems so they don't interfere unnecessarily but are there to catch you when needed. Braking performance is equally impressive, with massive steel or optional carbon ceramic brakes providing fade-free stopping power. Porsche has managed to keep the Cayman relatively light, and that makes a big difference in how alive it feels compared to some of its heavier rivals. In terms of pricing, the 2026 Cayman starts around the mid-$70,000 range for the base model, which makes it one of the more attainable Porsches in the lineup. The Cayman S pushes closer to $85,000. The GTS 4.0 moves into the low six figures, and if you want the track-focused GT4, you're looking at $115,000 to $125,000 depending on options. Of course, Porsche's options list is famously extensive, and it's easy to add tens of thousands of dollars in extras if you want custom paint, upgraded wheels, premium interior packages, or carbon ceramic brakes. But even in its base form, the Cayman offers a driving experience that rivals or surpasses cars costing significantly more. So, to wrap things up, the 2026 Porsche Cayman is proof that Porsche continues to master the art of evolution. It's sharper, smarter, and faster than ever, while still staying true to the formula that made it a legend. The exterior design tweaks keep it fresh and aggressive, the interior upgrades bring it up to date with modern technology without losing that driver-centric feel, and the performance remains absolutely thrilling, no matter which version you choose. If you're looking for a sports car that blends everyday usability with track day capability, and that intoxicating Porsche driving experience, the 2026 Cayman should be at the very top of your list. That's it for today's deep dive on Car Flash Drive. If you enjoyed this review and want more in-depth looks at the latest performance cars, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next drive.